We're now going to head over to the Business Lounge and join Nazia Mogra for a roundup of the latest business news.
Thanks, Rob. Well, as always, we can expect lots of order announcements at IBC over the next few days, and here are some which have already been confirmed. The UK's Premier League has chosen the TrackApp image-based tracking system from Chiron Hago to enhance live coverage. It tracks players, the ball and even the referee, all in real time. Data can be streamed to TVs, mobiles or online. All Premiership matches will be covered. The Italian national broadcaster RAI has ordered Dalet's news package for 18 regional newsrooms. The new end-to-end newsroom system covers production and editing. Vislink has developed a version of its Gigawave in-cam system for Grass Valley LDX cameras. The wireless camera transmitter allows Grass Valley cameras to work wirelessly in live and sport events. Sony cameras are already supported. Canal Plus has launched a new video-on-demand catch-up service on the French DDT platform. It's based on a Vantage workflow automation system from Telestream. The technology allows Canal to standardise the look of content across its services. Alcatel-Lucent is to provide customers of Telecable in Spain with IP-based TV Anywhere services. Telecable will be the country's first cable operator to offer cloud-based personal video recording. The technology also gives viewers live TV and video on demand from any device. And 2 cable operators in Mongolia are launching a turnkey pay TV solution from Nagra. Nagra's media access content protection system will allow Sansar HD and D-Dish TV to provide a range of pay TV services in the country. So those are some of the main industry stories on the opening day of the show. We'll have a full roundup each day here on IBC TV News. Rob.
Thanks, Nazia. Now, the Mayor of Amsterdam has been welcoming visitors to IBC. He says the city takes pride in hosting an event that's at the forefront of new technology.
It is very important because of the 52,000 visitors this year, each year. But maybe even more important is that we like to be connected with the IBC. There is so much creativity, innovation in IBC, and we want to associate with that.
Amsterdam Mayor Eberhard van der Laan. Now, if you're visiting the show for the first time, here are some things you should know. This is IBC's Connected World, and it's an essential place to visit. It's where you'll be able to find the latest in multi-platform devices and learn about new developments in delivery. That's all here in Hall 14. Also, don't miss the IBC Big Screen. This auditorium is an essential part of the IBC experience. It supports 4K and 3D. And among showings here this year will be Top Gun in 3D and an exclusive showing of The Wolverine. Also, I can reveal this year's winner of IBC's top award, the International Honour for Excellence. It's film director Peter Jackson, best known for Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. And of course, Peter is a leading figure in development of higher frame rate acquisition. Now, anyone who came to IBC a few years ago would have had no doubt that 3D was going to be the big thing in domestic television. Not so today. The technology is there, but viewers don't seem to want it. So is 4K now the way forward? Katie Spencer reports.
Crystal clear, colour-rich images. It's easy to see why delegates at this year's IBC conference are getting animated about the possibilities of 4K. Experts insist it's about more than just pixels, adding a new depth to the viewing experience.
It delivers a compelling ultra-high-definition picture into the home and requires no interaction from the user. I don't have to put on a pair of glasses. I can view ultra-high-definition from the side of the TV, from the front, or just be capturing it as I'm rushing out to work. And the picture, to me, every time I see it, is simply stunning.
In the last year, the broadcast industry seems to have taken a step back from 3D. Britain's BBC, for example, has discontinued its 3D coverage. With relatively underwhelming levels of consumer take-up, gone now are the glasses. Ultra HD is looking like the future.
It was mainly dominated by cinema industry, primarily Hollywood. But nowadays, that even 4K TV set coming into the living room or the home, and also broadcast industry is really embracing the new format.
We know that 3D has done well in cinema, but has 3D TV had its day? Well, don't write it off just yet.
I don't think one's going to win over the other. In fact, they'll probably emerge eventually and we'll be doing 4K 3D, won't we?
It's ganging up 4 HD signals together.
Telegenic has one of the first purpose-built 4K production trucks. This unit was used by Sony and FIFA to try out the technology at the Confederations Cup in Rio, home to the next World Cup and 2016 Olympics. The team were testing the technical and creative potential of 4K in live sports coverage.
It's very experimental at the minute, so we're trying different things, different camera angles, different lenses to try and get more from the 4K rather than just copy HD with higher resolution.
Working out how to shoot events in the new format is bringing its own new challenges.
The wider pictures worked a lot better, so you know, just to leave it on a wide, because the amount of detail that's there is so impressive that really the wow factor was in the wide shots.
Whether it's 3D or 4K, broadcasters face a tricky decision when it comes to deciding what to invest in.
4K or Ultra HD is definitely coming, but not as in a short time as people believing it, because you cannot receive this signal with existing equipment. In my opinion, the jump from HD today, 1 million pixel, to 8 million pixel for broadcast is too big.
If you thought 4K was impressive, well, Japanese broadcaster NHK will start broadcasting 8K on a trial basis in 2016, and the quality here at IBC has been blowing people away.
We may be a way away from most consumers having 4K in their homes, but the future of broadcasting certainly seems to be moving towards even richer high-definition pictures.
Katie Spencer reporting. Well, it's day 2 of the IBC conference. Let's have a look at some of the sessions coming up. First up, one of the industry's big growth areas, the second screen. Increasing numbers of viewers are using mobile devices at the same time as watching a conventional television. The challenge to broadcasters is to find the best way to make use of this multi-platform environment. This session will analyse an international study on viewer behaviour starting at 8 o'clock in room E102. At the same time in the forum, the subject is harnessing social media. Another hot topic this, with case studies and a look at the latest models for generating revenue. Then at 9:30, still in the forum, the day's first keynote. IBC is marking 100 years of Indian cinema. That country's industry makes more than 1,000 films each year and sells 3.6 billion cinema tickets. There'll be an appearance by Amitabh Bachchan, one of Bollywood's biggest stars. He's been in 180 films himself. Broadcasters have got better at catering for viewers with disabilities, but there's scope for improvement. In the Emerald Room, there's a session on the latest development in access services like subtitling. That starts at 11. At the same time, in room E102, there's a look at how broadcasters can protect their advertising revenues. The internet is now huge competition as brands exploit the data that online marketing provides, so TV needs to up its game. And another late morning session will again address second screen developments. Smartphones are always to hand now, so what can they add to the viewer's experience? That's also at 11. Moving to the afternoon now, and the day's second keynote will focus on big data. Analysing large data sets is of growing importance to broadcasters, and there's a lot they can learn from other industries. You can find out more about this in the forum at 1:30. And following that, another big data session in the same location, with case studies from several speakers on how they're harvesting this vital resource. Elsewhere this afternoon, viewer interfaces come under the spotlight. Some devices are now so complicated that people can't be bothered to learn important features. So how can designers address this? This session is in the Emerald Room starting at 3:30. And there are a couple of free events to tell you about. Faster networks have opened up new possibilities in the post-production business. That's the topic in rooms G102 and G103 starting at 3:30. And finally, there's a drinks reception to welcome visitors to the Future Zone. This is a great place to network. So come along between 4 and 6 this evening. The Future Zone is in the Park Foyer alongside Hall 8. Well, that's almost it for today, but before we go, may I remind you that all visitors to IBC are entitled to pick up a free tram pass. This will take you all over Amsterdam for the duration of the show, and you can get one at any information point. And finally, if you're an exhibitor, don't forget tonight's party. It's a great way to start the show and, of course, to network. And that party gets underway at 6:30 in the Diamond Lounge. We'll be back at the same time tomorrow with more news and features from around IBC. Do join us then.